In Revelation chapter 6, verses 1 through 12, and then in chapter 8 as well, it talks about the 7 seal judgments. So the judgments in Revelation start off with the 7 seals, the 7 trumpets, and then the 7 bowls. And they keep getting more and more intense. So the 7 seals are a little bit intense, and then they get more intense, and then they get ultimately the most intense with the bowl judgments. So what are the 7 seal judgments? So it starts off with the first seal is opened by a rider on a white horse. This is the Antichrist. Some people think it's actually Jesus, because Jesus is also on a white horse in Revelation 19, but this is not true, because this horseman is coming alone in battle, and Jesus, when he comes back to battle, is going to be in an army. He's not wearing the diadem crown that Jesus is going to wear in Revelation 19. He's wearing a temporary crown. So this is the Antichrist. And what he's going to come and do is make war on the saints. He's going to cause death. Then there's the second seal in verses 6, chapter 6, verses 3 and 4. And what's going to happen here, I'm just going to read it. It says, "He opened the second seal. I heard the living creature say, 'Come,' and out came another horse, bright red. Its rider was permitted to take peace from the earth so that people should slay one another. And he was given a great sword." So what's going to happen with the red horse, the second seal judgment, is that great war is going to happen on the earth, great persecution. Then in the third seal, a famine is going to ruin the economy and affect the world. And this is this third seal is the black horse. Then what's going to happen in the fourth seal, in verses 7 and 8, there's sword, famine, and there's pestilence that's going to cause many to die. Pestilence is another word for disease. We've already seen the birth pangs of that with COVID. There's going to be great disease in the tribulation. In the fifth seal, it's going to describe the martyrs who are crying out for vengeance on their blood. I'm going to read verses 9. It says this: "When I opened the fifth seal, I heard under the altar the souls of those who had been slain for the word of God and for the witness they had borne. They cried out with a loud voice, 'O sovereign Lord, holy and true, how long before you will judge and avenge our blood on those who dwell on the earth?' Then they were each given a white robe and told to rest a little longer until the number of their fellow servants and their brothers should be complete, who were to be killed as they themselves have been." So this is describing the martyrs who are crying out for justice. And in the sixth seal, there's going to be many crazy things happen. The sun is going to be darkened, the moon is going to be like blood, and stars are going to fall from the sky. There's going to be earthquakes. And this is just the beginning of judgments in Revelation chapter 6. You can read that. And then in chapter 8, there's silence in heaven for 30 minutes. And then the seventh seal judgment is opened up. And let me read Revelation chapter 8. It says this: "When the Lamb opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven for about half an hour. Then I saw the 7 angels who stand before God, and 7 trumpets were given to them. And another angel came and stood at the altar with a golden censer, and he was given much incense to offer with the prayers of all the saints on the golden altar before the throne. And the smoke of the incense, with the prayers of the saints, rose before God from the hand of the angel. Then the angel took the censer and filled it with fire from the altar and threw it on the earth. And there were pearls of thunder, rumblings, flashes of lightning, and an earthquake." So in the seventh seal, there's going to be thunder, rumblings, lightnings, and earthquakes on the earth.